Hey guys, Ryan Finnegan here, owner of Finnegan Security Solutions, and I want to talk to you briefly about the importance of listening to instinct and intuition. So, when we look at instinct and intuition, it is our brain that is detecting our environment, that is sending you signals that are most often overlooked. I mean, think about the gut feeling that we have, the hair on our arms and the back of our neck that stands up. And then we often find ourselves overlooking these. If you look up any story about survivors, and you're going to find usually a quote in there somewhere that'll go along the lines of, "I didn't feel good. The guy seemed a little off. He was nice, but he was a little strange. Something didn't seem right." But instinctively, we will go against our gut feeling, and we'll do it anyway. Um, any victim of an attack that didn't get ambushed where they didn't see it coming usually knows at some point that their gut, through their brain sending signals, had told them something's not right, and we ignore it. Either we ignore it because it's a pattern that we've ignored it for long periods of time and nothing's ever happened. So it's easy to say, well, yeah, I've had that gut feeling before, and nothing happened, so why listen to it now? And you can ignore that gut feeling and that signal from your brain that's scanning the environment 10,000 times in your life. It takes just one time to change your life forever. All right, so I'll ask you, when you start to get that feeling, right, take a look around and figure out, what can I do to choose safety? It doesn't matter if I start walking down a sidewalk and I see a guy standing there, or I see a group of guys standing there, and it doesn't feel right. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do probably one of two things. I can A, take the time, walk across the street and go the long route. Two, I can wait, right? Strength in numbers. So I sit there, I look around, I wait for a person or two to come walking by, and I join them. So now that I'm not alone. Same thing as if I'm out running. If I don't have a good feeling when I'm out running, I probably need to establish a new route to take. Maybe I wait for somebody walking their dog. Because if you think about your life and you think about all the people that you deal with, if you're out at a grocery store and there's 75 people there and you pass 75 people. Now, if you get a gut feeling about 75 people, it's probably some form of paranoia. But if there's one person that I'm walking down an aisle with and I've already passed 74 other people, and I feel that one person and my gut kicks me a signal, whether it's nauseousness, maybe I get goosebumps, the hair on the back of my neck stands up. It's that one person that your brain has detected in the entire environment that something isn't right, is I need to listen to it. So I would tell you to have a plan wherever you go. And it's not living in a state of paranoia that everybody's going to attack me. But let's say I go up to, and I know I'm going to pull out money from an ATM machine. Now, when I pull money out from an ATM machine, I'm a target of opportunity because either I have $20 or maybe I'm pulling out $300 or $400. But somebody that wants to do harm is going to sit and watch that ATM machine. So there are two types of people in the world. There's easy targets and there's hard targets. Be a hard target. So I don't want to instinctively just walk up to any ATM. I want to stand back, I want to take a look, and I want to allow my brain to process the situation. If within that environment my brain signals something that says, it's probably not right, I don't want to go up and use that ATM. Maybe I look on my phone, or if I know there's another ATM, I decide to take it. Same thing with work. The biggest thing, especially if you have a receptionist or a secretary, is they're the first interaction with any customers that you have. And if you have a lot of customers that come in and your employee or your teammate has this gut feeling that something's not right about that one client, and I've seen 20 today, they need to tell somebody. And a great way that you can do this is establish some form of code word that fits within the scenario of your particular environment. So let's say that you're a therapist and your your secretary or receptionist is checking clients in, and there's 30 clients in the week, and there was one that when they check in and sit there because they see them, they're watching them, they're interacting, checking in, that their gut says something's not right about this guy. I need to make sure that I'm going to tell the therapist that's going to be sitting in the room with this person behind closed doors, but I necessarily don't want to say it in a way that they understand. So this is a great way for where a code word comes in. And I can use it in a phrase that maybe I talk about getting the therapist to drink. Maybe I don't ever say anything to the therapist, or you can do this with lawyers or doctors, or it doesn't matter. But if I tell them our code word is, do you want me to get you something to drink before your next session, should signal to the person on the other end that you don't have a good gut feeling, right? So I need to become more aware, because if I'm not aware of it, I have no idea what's going on. By the time I get that feeling, it may be too late. So I would encourage you to take a look at how you can make this work. And if you don't know how, feel free to contact me and I'll help you set one up, because there's nothing more than you getting a surprise ambush and then later on finding out that somebody knew, yep, you know what, I had that same feeling. Well, guess what? If I have that same feeling and I don't tell you, that's partly on me. If I tell you and nothing happens, what's the worst that'll happen? It's like Coach Tony Blauer says, if you always choose safety and nothing happens to you when you get a bad feeling, what's the worst that happens? Right? You're safe. And I'm paraphrasing that from Coach Blauer. So I would tell you to really take a look, slow down, right? Take your earbuds out of your ears. I don't need music. I don't need a distractor in my head, right? I want my brain to be able to focus on everything that's going on around me so that it will signal to me. And then when I get it, I want to simply take a look around and figure out, what can I do to choose safety? All right, so don't rush into the parking lot after you're done shopping. Don't rush up to that ATM machine. If I'm going to go out running, or if I'm going to go to an event, whether it's a concert or a festival or whatever the case may be, take a moment before I walk up there and simply just look around. Don't say anything. Don't pre-plan. If something happens, I'm going to do this. Look at that guy, he looks kind of shady, and I'm trying to spark my brain into giving me a reaction. I simply want to step back. I want to take a look around. I want to allow my brain to pick up the environment and then send me any signals that's wrong. And then if I do get that gut feeling, you've got to listen to it. All right? Do not be one that says, I had that gut feeling, I should have listened to it. Listen to it, and when nothing ever happens, that's great. If something does happen, all right, it allows my body to already start to be prepared. All right, but if I walk in to a place like this, all right, I'm simply going to go into a place blind, and now I'm going to react to a situation versus respond to a plan I have, which is to do whatever I've got to do to get out of danger. So just a quick little introduction and talk about instinct and intuition. I'll be writing about it some more here coming up, because I think it's such an important tool that we have that we often overlook, because either A, we don't understand it, B, it's a nuisance because, I have to walk across the street or I have to wait on somebody because, heaven forbid, I don't want to put myself in harm's way. So we're going to look at focusing on both the personal side, and then we're going to look at focusing on what you can do either within your business or within your organization, your school, your church, and be able to put some really easy to implement plans so that if I have a bad feeling, right, I have steps that I can take to be able to protect myself and those around me. So if you've got any questions, feel free to hit me up at FSS_USA@Yahoo. Shoot me a message on any of our social media pages. We have 2 on Facebook, facebook.com/FSSUSA, and then FSS Business, and then on Instagram at FSS_USA. So until next time, keep your head up, keep your ears open, and stay safe, and we'll talk to you later.